Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do this video today and kind of do something different. I know a lot of the times my cleaning videos are obviously inside, but today's video is going to be an outside refresh. I have been working on a project for a while now that's consumed a lot of my time, and I'm very excited to share it with y'all, but I'm actually working on creating a blog. And my blog is going to have a lot of different things on it, but it's taken up a lot of my time, and so because of that I haven't been able to make as many YouTube videos as I would like. But I did get another big project completed this past week, and that was my flower beds. I did all the landscaping on that, so I recorded a little bit and I'll share it in this video. And then I also did some cleaning off on my back porch, and I even planted some bell peppers, which is going to be my first try at planting any vegetables. I've never done that before, so we'll see how those turned out. But I wanted to just kind of get away for a minute and come up here in my daughter's room and record this intro to this video and just kind of let y'all know what I've been up to and what I have going on. But I hope you will enjoy today's video. Like I said, it's going to be an outdoor refresh, so something a little bit different than I've been doing, but let's get right into it, and I hope y'all will enjoy it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the like. In the comments, let me know if you have any suggestions. I'm loving y'all's recommendations. They are helping me out so much. Again, like, I'm new to all this. This is all definitely different for me, so any recommendations you have, I welcome them, and I thank y'all. Let's get started. So I love a good DIY, and when we built this house, I knew the landscaping would be something that I could handle. It's not that it's hard, it's definitely kind of back-breaking when you're digging all the holes, but it's fun and I enjoy being outside, and it's one thing that I can stand back and say, you know, look what I accomplished and be proud of. So last summer I went ahead and prepped the ground and prepared it for my flower beds, and by doing this I just pretty much made a design of how I wanted it shaped, and then tilled up the ground, got it ready, and sprayed it to kill any weeds. From that I put down the plastic wrap and then my edging, and then I covered it with mulch. Last summer I ended up stopping there with my flower beds just because of time. It was the end of the year, it was getting really hot, and I didn't feel like going ahead and planting was necessarily the best idea. So this summer I have started planting before the heat has kicked in, and honestly I went down to my neighbor's house and I took pictures of some of her things that I really liked, and I took it to a nursery and showed it to them so that they could tell me what I needed. And I told them the measurements of my flower bed, so that helped me with spacing. But I'm digging the holes and putting it in so that you all can see here. It looks really good. I'm happy with how it's looking. One empty spot on the corner here, I'm going to put some trees. But all in all, I'm happy with how the spacing has turned out and how it's looking so far. So I've gone back in and I've added some brown mulch. I personally love the look of mulch. I know some people like rocks and different things, but this is what I like, and I think it looks good against my white brick. But I'm just going to kind of scan through and show you the final look and how it turned out. And then in the next slide I'll kind of talk through some of the things I chose to plant. I'm not the best with remembering names, so forgive me on that, but I hope you like how it turned out. I'm super proud of it. So I'm going to try to tell you what each plant is called, and I honestly don't know a lot of the names. I just took pictures of them and took it to a local nursery and showed it to them, and they were able to tell me what to get. This one and these here, those are just shrubs, and I really can't remember what they were called. These small ones are called hostas, and I thought that they were cute. And then these are orchids. And I have some over here. I was gonna do some on the opposite side, but they actually get a lot bigger than I thought, so I opted to not do that. And this is another little shrub that honestly I don't know what the name is on that one either. I took the tags off of them and threw them away, so I can't go back and look at it before I thought about doing this video. And this is a sky pencil holly. I did one of these at our old house, and they get pretty big. I knew I wanted one of those there. And then again, I did some more shrubs, and a bush, another orchid and hosta, and this is like a boxwood kind of tree bush. I did one of those on the opposite side. More shrubs. This one looks pretty sad, but it's going to be a hydrangea bush, I hope. And again, a magnolia, because those are my favorite. So one of y'all asked me to slow down some of my clips, and I will apologize. This clip is fast. It was a time lapse on my phone, and with the new iPhone 13s, I'm having trouble figuring out why the time lapses are so fast. So if you know a trick on turning that down or changing that, please let me know in the comments. But this is just a quick clip of me push mowing my backyard. We have a fenced in area for the kids to play, so I tend to take care of this area so that I can mow it at least once a week, just to keep it down to prevent snakes and things, and so that they can play easier outside. Plus, I actually really enjoy mowing, and it's a good form of exercise for me, because I usually don't get to work out or do anything because I'm always busy with the kids. This is my first attempt at planting any type of vegetables. I've wanted to do a raised garden for a while now, but I felt like this was the safest option at first to make sure I don't kill anything. So I have planted 3 bell peppers, and I will report back and let y'all know how they turn out and how they're doing. For now, they're doing good. So I've just planted each one in a 5-gallon bucket and drilled holes in the bottom for drainage, and I'm watering them each day. And I'm hoping they produce bell peppers. We love vegetables around here, so if they do, this is going to be a great addition. And then maybe next year I can expand to the raised garden. So now moving on to the back patio. I really love this area because it's wide and it's open, and it's perfect for when we have cookouts and friends over. Eventually, we've talked about screening this portion in here and doing like maybe a poured concrete patio outside of that with like a pergola, which I think would be pretty. But for now, I still love this area, and I love this space for the kids. It does tend to get a little bit dirty because we have a dog and, like I said, children in the background. So running in and out and getting mud on the patio, it just happens. That's life. We do live here. But I have found that hosing it off with the water hose really does help. And then I don't like to do pressure washing just because we have white painted brick, and that can cause the brick to chip and get discolored, so I don't do that. But you could definitely pressure wash concrete patios. That does not hurt it at all, and it does help with getting the dirt up. But again, I have found that using my water hose works just as good, as you will see. But I love this space. I eventually want to do more here, like get some new patio furniture, a rug, and make it more of my own. But there's one thing about home ownership, it's just a little bit at a time, and as you can see, that is what we are doing here. So for now, using our old patio furniture from the old house has worked out just fine. We've still had cookouts, and we've still had friends over, and the kids enjoy this space just as much as we do. So for now, this is what's working for us. So to start, before I get out the water hose, I'm using this broom to kind of knock off any dust and dirt or debris from the brick. Like I said, it's painted brick, so I'm not going to be pressure washing it. So I found the easiest and safest way is to do it this way with my broom to knock things down, and then go back with the water hose and kind of just rinse it off. If you have a white painted brick house, one thing that you can do is mix a bucket of bleach water and spray down your brick to kind of wet it first, and then use the bleach water, go through with like a soft bristle mop, and kind of, if you have any like mold spots or dark spots or dirt spots on your brick, you can go through with that and let the bleach water sit for a minute and then rinse it off. It helps. The edging of my patio tends to get very dirty with the dogs constantly jumping up on it and the kids going back and forth. And if I know that I'm gonna have a gathering, I will spend the time to do that. This was just a quick outdoor refresh, so I wasn't spending a ton of time with that, but it is definitely something that you can do. I personally have never done it on a different color brick, so I don't know if it would discolor the brick. If you have just regular brick and you've used it, let me know in the comments if that worked and didn't discolor it, so that other people could possibly try that as well. But with a painted white, especially brick house, the bleach water definitely helps. And I have had some before get onto the concrete patio portion and it didn't discolor that. I think the key is to make sure you dilute the bleach. You definitely don't want to pour bleach directly on it because it can for sure discolor it then. But of course, as I'm doing here, I'm just using the water hose to spray around. I try not to focus directly on the doors so much because I have had it leak into the house before, so be cautious and be careful of that. I don't know if y'all have ever done any pressure washing or cleaning outside with the water hose, but for me, I find it very therapeutic, especially whenever I can kind of see the dirt gather up in like one line and I can just hose it completely off. I love that. I love being outside, so for me, this was a chore I actually didn't mind doing. And then the end result was very nice. I love coming out on the patio once it's all cleaned off and dried, and I can set the furniture back out and have it kind of positioned how I want and just enjoy this space. And the kids like it too, and I think my dog even likes it, even though he comes right back on and gets it dirty, but that's okay. He's supposed to do that. He's a dog and we love him. The last thing that I'm doing is spraying off all of the furniture that's on the patio. It collects a lot of dust and dirt and pollen, so just hosing it down and getting it clean helps out as well, especially since I've already cleaned the actual patio. I don't want to put dirty furniture back up there. And I do this with it out here in the sun so that as soon as I'm done spraying it off, it can get dry. I hope that y'all have enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different versus cleaning inside, but I kind of wanted to show you the reality for me of home ownership and how I take care of the outside and the inside. Again, I have a lot of fun things coming up, so stay tuned.